that from this live stream that says, "Hi, I'm a robot. I just upvoted you. Readers might be interested in similar content." Now, Cheetah's fans, Cheetah has real people that follow that AI, and when enough stuff gets flagged as being possibly plagiarism, they start downvoting your content, and you lose money on your content on Steemit. So I'm at risk if these humans don't realize that, it's actually my content, of losing money right here. So it's a great example of what we're talking about happening in real time.
Yeah, and the thing is these kinds of risks are always out there. Even if, let's say, we decided to close up shop, we shut down our YouTube channels, we live stream to our website, we store our videos on a website where you can watch and all that stuff. Well, the thing is, that can still be shut down just by, if someone really pushes it hard with a few court orders and files, "Oh, you're stealing my content, blah, blah, blah," kind of thing. Or, "We don't like it." We've seen in the past where censorship has taken its form in corporations. A good example is actually Cloudflare, which is a giant, a protection network used to protect against internet hacking, of where they essentially flood your connection, preventing the servers to properly respond with a bunch of request messages saying, "Hey, yo, connect to me, kind of thing." And so what happens is they end up saying, "Guess what? We don't like," what was it, the Daily Stormer, that was the racist website that everybody talks about in the news?
Daily Stormer is one of the biggest clearinghouses for racist shitbags,
okay.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, well, the Cloudflare sat there and said, "We don't like you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to discontinue our services," and pulled some weird shenanigans with that stuff. Well, what's quite interesting is that has caused a huge issue with safe harbor protections. And so now Cloudflare has possibly opened up the whole legal avenue of the safe harbor protections no longer applying to them because they went and shut down. And with this whole unintended consequence that's going on, we could possibly see this applied to YouTube too, with the way they scan everybody's videos and all that stuff, because safe harbor protections goes, if you don't know what if most of your content is being user-based generated, and they produce content that is illegal or has some sort of issue, you get some protection, but you got to take it down as soon as humanly possible. Well, guess what? If you're able to scan all this stuff with it when it's being uploaded, or right directly after it's being uploaded, does your safe harbor protection still apply at that point? And that's something that the courts are going to be starting to look at in the next 3 years. Without a doubt. It's already happening with Cloudflare when they're being addressed on certain issues. So, yeah, go ahead.
What a lot of this has to do with is that various corporations that host internet content have, they have their own internal politics. They have their bean counters and their market research firms that they hire looking at certain demographics, and they're trying to appeal to those demographics. And they're reflecting their own brand of censorship because, well, legally, censorship is when government does it. It's just destruction of free speech, or there's got to be some other term for when corporations do it. But since everybody understands censorship as meaning the quelling of free speech, then that's the term we use. But anywho, these corporations like Google and all the others are starting to appeal to these millennials and these 20-something folks that are very super politically correct, and they're trying to appeal and trying to maintain them as an audience and capitulate to their desires, to the detriment of free speech, to the detriment of, all these other folks that are producing stuff that maybe these people don't want to hear. And there's the danger. This is like, we're evolving culturally as far as the way media is being produced and digested into a combination of Brave New World and like 1984, those two literary works. And I find it disgusting. That's one of the reasons why I'm so coarse, why I use so many expletives. One of the reasons why I'm so politically incorrect is because these people, quite frankly, make me sick to my stomach. Okay. they're always screaming on about hate speech and how we need to get rid of it. And they're lumping everyone into this grand, utopia of social justice warriors where nothing is said that would trample on anybody's tender little feels. And personally, these people can go fuck themselves. They're all a bunch of cunts. They have no life experience. They live in mommy's basement, or they're in college. They've been pampered, and they not experienced being told no enough. No, I won't bend over for your stupid little PC rules. That's one of the reasons why my two favorite YouTube channels for entertainment are Sargon of Akkad and Undoomed. I highly recommend everybody go to Sargon of Akkad and Undoomed's YouTube channel and check out their content. These people, put their boot up the ass of these social justice warriors on a daily basis, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye. It's so funny.
And the thing is this is essentially just a corporate version of like 1984, where they sit there and you have control of the media. And if that specific, you have these monopolies, huge social media monopolies, duopolies, and stuff like that have so much power or control, because there's so many people that use that service, that if they don't like something, they can bury it to some extent on their platform. Let's take, for instance, with YouTube, with recently with the whole shooting stuff. Well, guess what? There's many different YouTube channels that have been screwed over and chased off of YouTube because YouTube said, we don't like this specific kind of content talking about this specific subject, mainly firearms, or how to use firearms, how to clean firearms, how to manufacture firearms. Guess what? All those kinds of videos are now sort of pretty much banned. And so many gun and weapons people that talk about weapons either in an educational kind of thing, an edutainment kind of thing, or they're demonstrating safety issues, proper ways of doing stuff. Well, guess what? Now they're being forced off the YouTube platform. They're having to go to other places like Pornhub. And I can't remember the name of the one YouTube channel that's already started doing that, and many have followed in their suit. And I could see the potential for me having to use Pornhub as a potential backup. Just because, guess what? Pornhub, despite being adult and for porn, will allow that kind of content to be uploaded on their platform.
Personally, I prefer RedTube, and like, yeah, for all your fappy needs, I would recommend, running over the RedTube. It's better than Pornhub. But yeah, I think it's really funny and ironic that these people on the right, these right-wing people whose political ideology isn't in line with the target demographics that YouTube wants to appeal to, have to resort to posting their stuff where things are considered illicit or smut, or things are considered risky. That's precisely what YouTube was saying to them. Your stuff is illicit and it's risque, so their only other option was to post on a porn website. I think that's really kind of funny if you think about it.
Oh, what makes it even more worse, though, with YouTube is how hypocritical they are. Because the average content creator that is on YouTube is no longer allowed to do this. But if your mainstream corporation, media corporation like CBS, NBC, CNN, and stuff like that, and you want to talk about it or do a little news skip thing and throw it up on YouTube, they're allowed to do it, and they're allowed to monetize it. And even, let's say, the Young Turks, one of the larger YouTube content creators, they managed to get in where they can go ahead and do the same thing. And because they got in that good old buddy network that's in the higher ups. But the average, beyond those people, the average YouTube content creator wants to talk about maybe the YouTube shooting, or they want to talk about something controversial. They want to talk about something that's edgy or whatever. Well, chances are their video is going to be demonetized because it doesn't fit within the corporate political values that has been etched itself within YouTube and Google itself